Alright guys, what's up? It's your boy Jake and we are back playing the Stanley Parable 2. This isn't Ultra Deluxe anymore, I promise you that. And I also say, I want to say that the soundtrack in this game, or in the Stanley Parable in general, has just improved. Like the original theme from the first game is awesome. I loved it so much. Somehow they managed to build on that, and I'm like, whoa! I'm like,
All
okay.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps, but okay. Well, what endings have we not done? I want to take the bucket. I'll take the
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone.
I love you, Bucket.
Bucket around.
We've been on so many adventures already.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Don't think I did. I think we still have endings over here.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I did, yes.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Let's go. A magical adventure awaits.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
This was not here in the original. Interesting.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
These are my friends?
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time.
Oh, he's my friend.
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line?
Friend.
We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes,
okay.
That's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Can we get the snazzy theme with it, though?
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
It did. Yes! Yes, it did. Here we go. Da, 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 da.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue? Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers. Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I ain't giving you no pee. Narrator, are you pushing P?
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable.
I disagree
it also
highly.
was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character
because
with
there
so
wasn't
much
a bucket.
personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
It makes it better.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Bucket.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Yeah. Bye-bye, Bucket Destroyer.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Okay. Sure. So, where are we going? Okay. Well, should I go back and do the adventure line or no?
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Without
could
the
it
bucket?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Anything
simply
else
missed
we
a
need
memo.
to do? I technically press no on the button when I go to the left. I want to go all the way down. The very end. Might be the last things I have to do with the bucket.
Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Ah, yes.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh no, we haven't gone through escape yet, have we? Oh, the figurines.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Go upstairs. I need to find that door back where the thing you go across to talk on the phone. I need to find that one ledge that had that one figurine.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yes.
Was it that the bucket knew all along?
It was.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines.
I have
And
more
now
than
I'm
that.
torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better
Stanlerines.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will
Stanlerines.
come to me.
I was like, where am I? Let's go. Descent.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Okay. I believe you, narrator.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Oh yeah, I'm aware. I played the original Stanley Parable.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
They did. But
At
did
this
they?
point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Hey. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise,
Okay, we're gonna be
Stanley
okay, I
reflected
promise.
on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort
Uh,
had turned out to be.
No,
To
no.
be sure,
No, I
it puts
didn't.
the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
Oh,
This is what Stanley thought to himself. And he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
I love bucket.
Farewell, Stanley.
Hey.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the
They
enormous
brought
metal
that narrator
jaws.
back
In
too,
a single visceral instant,
just to do this
the
ending.
bucket's life came to an end
It's fun.
as it was crushed violently to death.
For Figlery? For Stanley?
It was a shame, the death of
Ah,
such a
yes.
magnificent bucket.
The
It's true
museum.
that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
That's
It was
true.
a glorious bucket to behold.
Where's my bucket? They took my fucking bucket away from me. Fuck. Got time to read that shit? Fuck.
Can you see how arrogant
My
it was
bucket.
for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Hey. So mean. This one isn't the same. They did have buckets, I guess.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket. But there is something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
What is that?
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Okay.
Investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Try this again.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and the
That other
Marines.
one.
Very soon, you'll collect the
I
last
get
one.
to it, though.
And then the first number will equal the second number, and
That
that
is
will
true.
be it. We'll
That
be
is
different
true.
people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Okay. Let's go in here.
Aha! Perhaps you
Oh,
misunderstood.
yeah. That's what I
Stanley
meant.
walked. Oh, thank
Shit, I
God
almost
you
messed it
are
up.
willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Here we go.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
It's a weird way of doing that.
Here, yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Cool. I really don't care though. Those. Oh, wait. That is kind of pretty. Oh wow. The Sergeant Pepper. That is rather pretty. Can't get distracted. Can't get distracted. Oh, it's so gorgeous.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Somewhere.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh no.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh, I would never.
Please, Stanley, think about what... No! Oh, no, what are you doing, Stanley?
Going back up, what do you think I'm doing?
I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
Why?
I can't go back to what I was before. If
what
you
were
die,
you?
we'll both go back. Why are you doing
A narrator?
this?
Hello,
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Yeah.
That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Kinda.
You're literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Exactly.
Am I reading the situation correctly?
Exactly.
Or
Many
maybe
more
you're
times.
just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
Am I
But I
slower?
guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Okay. And I made it already. A while ago, actually. So let me just.
Is it over?
Yes.
It's going to restart, isn't it?
Well, probably.
I'm going back.
Back. Back. Oh no, he went back. Okay.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Here he is!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There he is, guys. He's here. Scared the shit out of me. It's just the fact that you don't see anybody at all in this game, and then you finally see a person walking around. It's fucking terrifying. Where do I go? Buttons? Yes.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The fuck is this? This was not here in the original, was it? What the fuck? Huh? This was not here. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
20 minutes later. Two hours later.
You fucking kidding me?
Discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Why would I?
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Did I? Oh, I did. Yes.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
Yep.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. I think that's what I did, I guess. How do I reach the fucking, the other Stanley? That's what I want to know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I did. Maybe there's something here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Televisions?
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh yeah. Stanley's a strong guy. He's got this.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
That's
Stanley's
my desk.
coworkers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Nothing. That's okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Most
Was this
likely.
the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
There's an ending where you hop off this elevator when it closes, go back to one of the other like buttons, press it, and like it's go. Probably not
But
gonna
here
do
was the
it.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy,
Yeah.
or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
Yes.
For he would dismantle... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Of course
After
I
they
did.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Control?
Exactly what I wanted.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh no, I'm well aware.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Ooh.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Not really.
It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
I want tacos.